Welcome, adventurers, to another enlightening episode of Character Talks. Today, we are thrilled to feature the inspiring Ania Halama. For the past several years, Ania has been dedicated to teaching spirituality, personal development, healing, and self-love. Throughout her journey, Ania has worked with countless individuals who feel stuck in their daily lives, dragging themselves to jobs they hate, and struggling to find their true place in the world. These individuals all share a common wish: to live the life they've always dreamed of. Ania understands this struggle deeply, which is why she is sharing her journey in Rebel's Guide to Spirituality. She believes that no one starts out where they truly want to be in life. We don't ask for the daily grind, the pain, the frustration, and the stress that comes with it. Yet, we push through, clinging to limiting beliefs that hold us back. The truth, as Ania reveals, is that the life you dream of is closer than you think. Manifesting the life you want is easier than you've ever imagined. And you're already manifesting every day, even if you don't realize it. The life you're now living is one you've attracted, shaped by the affirmations and mantras you repeat daily. It's not your fault, though. You might not even realize the power you hold. Many of these limiting beliefs come from well-meaning parents, teachers, and bosses who share their wisdom, but inadvertently help us hold ourselves back. In today's episode, we dive into Ania's guiding word, happiness. Join us as Ania shares how this powerful word shapes her daily life and how it can transform yours too. Get ready for an inspiring and transformative conversation on Character Talks. In Character Talks, we aim to unearth the hidden gems of human resilience, courage, and growth. We bring you tales of ordinary people who found themselves in extraordinary circumstances and emerged from the crucible of life forever changed. From tales of facing fear head-on, to serendipitous encounters that altered destinies, and from travels to distant lands that broadened horizons. To battles fought within, we believe that every experience holds the potential to shape us in profound ways. I'm Chris Christie, and this is Character Talks.
Just after it's been cut, and wade through the stream or maybe run through the river, even though you may get just a little bit wet. A bum bum sheeto, a bum bum sheeto. Wow, 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 wow. This is life.
So Ania, let's jump in because I've been looking forward to this. But first of all, welcome to Character Talks.
Thank you so much, Chris. It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm going to do things a little differently this time because I want to dive directly into your word and the work that you're doing, because I'm on your website now and I have been reviewing it, which I don't normally do with guests. I try not to do a whole lot of pre-work, but I'm just fascinated with the work that you do. So I want to jump into that as quickly as possible. But I have to start with the question that I always start with, which is, how do you define character? What does character mean to you?
That's such a beautiful question and such a beautiful word as well. You're all about the word, so I love it. Well, to me, character is like truly living in your authenticity, being vulnerable no matter what, sharing from the heart, knowing who you are and being on the path of, yes, I'm going to be better by being authentically me. It's not always easy. And man, the path is like ups and downs, roller coasters, all the things. But once you truly unravel all of those, like that onion, that proverbial onion that you're unraveling all the time, that core, that authentic core of what you truly are. And I just did this exercise recently, actually, and you're all about words, so I think your audience will really resonate with this. Is I looked at what are my 4 values and also what is my 4 pillars of authenticity? What truly makes me me? And to me, that is that character, that authentic self, what truly is me, finding that like, yes, this is what defines me. This is what makes me do better every single day. This is what leads my conversations. This is what leads my manifestations, all of it, so that I can be better. And in turn, the world gets a much better version of me as well.
Oh, I love that. You just hit on so many words that are so, again, I never considered myself a word guy. Now I feel like I am. But vulnerable, authentic. Authentic was a word from one of our previous guests. Being, which is just a word that I literally guides my everyday. So yes, And so I hope at some point we're going to dive into those 4 pillars.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm happy to.
fantastic. So yeah, so let's just jump in. So what is your word? I know we spoke last time and you had a word, but has it changed, or what's your word this time?
Yep, still the same. My word's happiness.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down. Perfect. So yeah, so let's dive in. What is happiness? What does happiness mean to you, and how is that does that lead some of the work that you're doing? And let's talk about some of that as well.
Yeah, so a little backstory on happiness. Like if you look at me now, and I had this conversation with someone recently, like look at me now, you think like my life is like the perfect Instagram worthy life. Like, oh, she's doing all these things, like she's got a great relationship, like she's traveling, oh, she's got a great business, all these things, but that's just the Instagram version of it. It's not what it truly is. And this is also why authenticity is so important to me, because I share my downfalls on social media. Like, yes, I had a hard day. I'm human. That's what makes me relatable. That's why people are so attracted to my energy. It's like, heck, like if she can do it, I can do it kind of thing. But I've always, even through all of the downfalls, even through like me losing my business, me getting $100,000 stolen from me having trauma with my father, like a whole bunch of stuff that happened to me that would break a lot of people. I always had a happiness inside of me. Like that is a vibration that I constantly tap into, that no matter what is going to happen, because I am happy, I know deep inside of me, like happiness doesn't come from the outside, it comes from me. If I don't have happiness, then like the outside world doesn't have my happiness. If I can tap into constantly that happiness, everything else will fall into place because I am happy inside. I don't have to be happy to have that $100,000, to have my father love me, to have a business, whatever. I don't have to have any of that. My happiness is from the inside. And ever since I was, as long as I could remember, any birthday wish that I've ever made, blown out of candles, like I've always wished for happiness. That's the only thing I want. I just want to be happy, whatever that happiness is for me. For me, right now, my happiness goes into my freedom, my authenticity, my 4 pillars, my values. Like that's what it goes into. That is my happiness. Because if I had a mentor once that told me, if you're going to manifest anything, manifest happiness first. And that stuck with me so much. And I say this to my clients all the time, because if we don't have our happiness, if we're looking for external validation to be happy, oh, I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when I have $100,000. I'll be happy when I have this relationship. I'll be happy when I lose 10 pounds. No, be happy now, in this moment now. And then everything else will start falling into place in your life because you have that inside of you. You don't need that external validation. You have it all inside of you.
Oh, I love that. And it's so, I just actually saw a study, I think it was through Yale University, talking about, because everyone sometimes gravitates to money. Well, if I just had the $100,000, and they actually did a study with people about happiness, and people that had 50,000 said, well, if I had 200,000, I'd be happy. And then they went to the $200,000 people and said, well, what would make you happy? Well, if I had $500,000, then I'd be happy. And it did. So clearly money has nothing to do with being happy.
Well, yeah,
So
for that, it's like the I'll be happy when syndrome, or what I like to call it. It's like you're always reaching the next threshold. Oh, I'll be happy when I have 200K. I'll be happy when I have 500K. And you're always climbing and trying to reach that next threshold. Sure, like it'll be infinite amount, but be happy now. Have that love, that like full authentic happiness inside of you now, and then you don't need that next threshold. It'll just come automatically.
So how do you, because we all have bad days, we all have bad moments. How do you get back? How do you tap into the happiness again?
Literally tapping.
There you go.
I have a whole bunch of different tools that I use, and tapping is one of them. Emotional freedom technique. You are tapping on acupuncture points in your body to move energy, moving from the negative energy into the positive. And yeah, I'm human. I do have bad days. This last week, I actually just posted something on Instagram or on social media the other day. Like, I was triggered for an entire week, like going through my process, like so many things were coming up, and I'm like, there's so much going on, but I have the tools to work through them, whether it's sitting through a meditation, a breath work session, an EFT tapping session, whatever it might be, journaling sometimes, talking to a friend sometimes, whatever, just to work through those emotions so I'm not stuck in my head. Because that's when anxiety comes up, that's when depression comes up, is when we're stuck in our heads. It's like we are not our minds. Get out of your mind, into your body, and tap back into that happiness, that love, that whatever it is that you're tapping into. You are not your mind. Stop thinking about it and use these tools as tools. Like, it's not an end all be all, these things. They're tools to help uplift you and shift past that. Something that I've recently been really working on is really acknowledging these feelings and emotions that come up, because a lot of people that I work with, they're like, oh, fears, doubts came up, and like I'm triggered and I don't want to look at that. Why do we have to look at the negative? Like, that's spiritual bypassing pretty much. Like, we live in a world like constantly raising your vibration and like being happy all the time. Like, no, look at the dark side, look at the shadows, because that's what's going to transform and transmute that energy so you can be at a much higher vibration then. The way that I teach is through my own experiences. I tell my clients that I had a breakdown a week ago and I was like, I was triggered as heck. And they want to know that because they can relate to it. I teach off of experience versus these are the 7 things that I learned or I made up or whatever. So mentor versus coach. I much prefer mentor.
Yeah, I know, and I love that because it's one of the programs that I'm working on now, which will be released in June or July, specifically for young people, is about mentorship. It's not coaching. It's more of introducing something for young people that you have for the rest of your life as mentors. I love that. I love it. So do you want to get into the 4 values?
Sure. Let me pull them up because I have them. I just recently did this. And it was inspired. I was walking on the way to the gym the other day, and I was like really thinking about values. I was like, you know what? I've never sat down and truly thought about what my core values are, like what I really value. And then I went on this tangent of thinking like, okay, do your values change over life? Do they stay the same? And I came to the conclusion, in my opinion, that your values stay constant throughout your entire life. They are what keeps you going. They are your authentic self. And like, I did my values and then I did my authenticity pillars, and they're very similar, actually. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. It is what my soul is calling to do. But yes, your values could change and evolve as you grow older, but the core values stay the same. So my 4 values are adventure/variety, beauty and creativity, growth and freedom. So 4 values: adventure, beauty, growth, freedom. And for example, what adventure to me was when I was 19 years old was like, oh, I go to, like, I was making a shit ton of money. Like, I'm going to take a weekend and go to Peru or go to Paris just for a weekend and come back like nothing ever happened. Party my ass off while there, like nothing ever happened. That was adventure to me at 19. Today, adventure is like, okay, I have the freedom to do whatever I want. I can work wherever I want. I go on a plant medicine journey. That is an adventure for me. Very different, but that is still a core value of mine.
Love that. And talk about the other 3, because I think that's the more people learn about that, I think it resonates.
Okay, so that was adventure. So the next one, beauty. I have always been very creative, always been artsy. Like, I drew all my tattoos, went to art school, like love beauty. And I really believe in bringing beauty to this world. And what people consider beauty is, okay, maybe someone is beautiful on the outside. Yes, like this flower is beautiful, but like looking at everything from the eyes of beauty. It doesn't matter what someone looks like. It doesn't matter where they came from, what color skin they have, like how much money they own, like looking at a snake and thinking it is beautiful, looking at everything through the eyes of beauty and having a whole new perception of what life is and what life gives because of the eyes of beauty.
So good.
Growth. I've always been like, growth is 100% like a core value of mine. Like if you're not growing, you're dying pretty much. I am a constant like student of life, whether it's reading books, taking courses, listening to podcasts, whatever, just like learning something new every day, and really not wisdom, like not like mentally knowing it, but embodying it, like having the wisdom, like knowing it in my body, feeling it. Okay, how can I implement that into my daily life? And how can I grow? How can I expand? How can the world get a better version of me because I am growing? And then the last one is freedom. And that one, I've never been able to be confined to a box. That is not my thing. I travel the world. I've lived in 12 countries. I do what I want when I want. And not to say like, oh, I'm going to go out and party. Like that was old me freedom, kind of like the adventure. To me, it's just like being able to be me, being able to fully, authentically be me and be free and not have people judge me, not have like being so comfortable in myself to be free enough to do whatever I want.
Yeah, I want to sit on that for a second. You know, I'm about to head to a function where a couple hours away we're supporting a character partner, and we're also supporting actually the next guest on Character Talks. And while I can stand on a stage and speak in front of thousands, I have no problem with that whatsoever. But put me in a social setting where I have to talk about my project, even though I believe in this project with every fiber of my body, I struggle with that. And so today in my meditation, I kind of went through a phrase that I just kept saying over and over again of that I'm going to allow myself to be uncomfortable and grow today because it's so important. So
give yourself the permission to be uncomfortable. It is okay. That's where growth happens. And I push myself outside my limits all the time, and it's uncomfortable, but it's getting past that. It's who the rewards are. You're just going to be seeping in them, and it's so beautiful.
is there something you say to yourself when you're at that position where you are going outside? Because I think that is such a massive hurdle for some, that they get to that point like, nope. And then because it's just easier to pull back. Is there something that you do or say or that take that next step?
I remind myself why I am doing this and that I wanted this. Anya, you wanted this. You wanted to put yourself in this uncomfortable situation because why, and go into what my why is. And there's a really good exercise from Dean Graziosi, 7 layers deep, and it goes into 7 layers deep of why you are doing something. Why is this important to you? The first couple of layers is you ask yourself why 7 times essentially. So the first couple is your ego, like completely, oh, I'm doing this because I want $1 million, because I'm gonna get out of debt, I'm gonna whatever. And then once you get it down the 7th layer, the ego is completely gone, and that is your why, the why that makes you cry. So if you are in that uncomfortable situation, why are you doing this? Remind yourself, I wanted this, and this is why.
I mentioned a couple of times in some of the podcasts that if I feel like I'm at that point, or I'm slipping maybe into a little bit of a bad mood or whatever, life isn't going the way I want, or I'm not feeling what I want, I ask myself 2 questions. Who am I being at this very moment? And is that serving my purpose? And inevitably that it brings me back to that why, like you just said. I think it's a roundabout way of getting to that why of like, well, no, this isn't really helping me at all. And today I think will be an example of that, where I need to be that person that's not afraid to step forward and do something. I think that's so important.
Beautiful.
So talk to me about the Expansion Alchemy, your company. Give us what that is all about, because I love it.
So I briefly dropped that I got my business taken away. So Expansion Alchemy got formed. So after I wrote my second book, Women's Guide to Spirituality, goodness, mixed the first and second book together.
I saw that.
Women Gone Wild, the Wealth Edition. I was on book tour, and I literally felt like I was on top of the world. Vegas, LA, New York, Costa Rica, all for book tour. I had 4 Times Square billboards, like 80-foot Anya, like watching myself. It was amazing.
Wow.
Came back from book tour, and my business got hacked. I lost everything. I lost my website, 30,000 email subscribers. I lost 300 pieces of video content I've ever created. Everything just gone, vanished into thin air. It was like, reaching the top of the world, and then freaking crash and burn.
My.
What is going on? which followed by a couple of months of me trying to retrieve everything, followed by a few months of just having a complete mental breakdown, like asking myself, doubting myself, am I supposed to be doing this? Am I supposed to be coaching? Like, is this my path? Like, what is the silver lining from all of this? And I was sitting in a really deep 4-hour meditation, and during that meditation, completely surrendered. And Expansion Alchemy came to me. The name, the logo, the website copy, what partners I want on it, the pricing, everything was given to me in that 4-hour meditation. And so what Expansion Alchemy is a online holistic school in the realms of personal development, health, relationships, spirituality, and financial wealth. We have 12 teachers on staff, all giving one live class a month. So you not only get access to me once a month, you get access to 11 other teachers for a super low price. And then we have a B2C sector reaching regular people, as well as in companies, being a mental wellness benefit for employees.
I love it. I'm looking at the website as you speak. I'm going to take a further look into that. That is fantastic.
Thank
I love
you.
it. And this is just a reason for me. I need to make sure that next time we have you on as a podcast, we're totally doing video, because you're so animated. I love it. There clearly is so much good energy surrounding you and within you. I love it. It's so good.
Thank you. I love doing videos. Like, yes, I am very animated. So if you guys are listening to it, highly recommend go back to the YouTube or wherever Chris hosts these to watch the actual video.
Absolutely. And so as we wrap up a little bit, you kind of define, how do you define adventure? And I'll share with how we kind of look at adventure within the mill. And adventure for us is embarking on anything where the outcome is uncertain. So it really leaves it open. And I think I was listening to another podcast yesterday, Wild Ideas Worth Living, phenomenal, with Shelby Stanger. And there was Alistair Humphreys, I believe, from the UK, that was introducing the idea of micro adventures. That he has cycled the world around the 42,000 miles around the world, and he has done all these things. And now his whole thing is micro adventures of, you work 9 to 5, but we never talk about the 5 to 9. That's 16 hours of where you could just grab your sleeping bag and go sleep in a field, or go jump in a river. Or for him right now, he just wrote a book called Local, which is he's plotted out these like 1 kilometer squares around his house. And one day a week, he goes out and just explores that square. And then all the beauty that one square has to offer that we tend to overlook in our hustle and bustle life. So
I love it.
I know, I love that idea of micro adventures. So what does adventure mean to you? And is there something specific, probably Expansion Alchemy, maybe your next adventure, but is there something specific that is your next adventure that you're charging towards?
Adventure is living outside your comfort zone and remembering to have fun, because life, like, people are too serious. Have fun. Like, if we're having fun, we tap into that playfulness, that happiness as well. Just have fun in life and like live outside your comfort zone. My next adventure is building an ayahuasca retreat center. That's my next adventure.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, well, then we definitely, so there's so many reasons for our friends to follow you on all your socials, just for your posting, but also to follow this adventure as well. So Ania, thank you. I appreciate your time. Where are you connecting from today?
I am in Colombia, Medellin, Colombia.
Very good. So I appreciate you taking the time out today and chatting with us. Happiness, that's so good, and it fits perfectly for you. For those that are listening, I'll make sure I include all the listing and all the connections to Ania, to make sure you follow her along. Be sure to check out Expansion Alchemy as well, and all of the other programs that she's doing. I'll put the links to the books in there. Just, man, what a bright spot to my day today, Ania. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Chris. It's been a pleasure.
As we conclude this enlightening episode of Character Talks, I want to give a huge shout out to Ania for taking the time to join us. We are reminded of the profound wisdom and inspiration that Ania brings to the world. Her guiding word, happiness, is more than just a state of mind. It's a way of life, a beacon that guides her each day. Ania's journey from the struggles of the daily grind to the realization of her dreams is a testament to the transformative power of self-love, spirituality, and personal development. Through her book, Rebel's Guide to Spirituality, and her innovative project, Expansion Alchemy, Ania invites us all to step into our power and manifest the life we truly desire. She teaches us that our dreams are within reach, that happiness is not a distant goal, but a daily practice. But understanding and harnessing the power of our thoughts, affirmations, and beliefs, we can break free from the limiting chains of the past and step into a future filled with joy and fulfillment. Today's conversation is a call to action for everyone feeling stuck or unfulfilled. Ania's message is clear. You have the power to change your life. Embrace happiness, not as a fleeting emotion, but as a guiding principle. Let it shape your decisions, your actions, and your interactions. As we move forward, let's carry Ania's lessons with us, continuously striving for happiness and adventure. We invite you to join the Mill, the global social adventure community that inspires people to live their adventures today and lead a life without regrets. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery and inspiration. Remember, happiness is not just a destination. It's the path we choose to walk every day. Until next time on Character Talks, may your days be filled with joy, purpose, adventure, and endless possibilities.
And seize the day, just like you are needed. Walk through the grass just after it's been cut.